In the last video, we looked at how the community cloned Anthropic's leaked Claude code. But the real goal was running that exact setup using free, local models. Here's the reality I found after testing it. Trying to force those Rust binaries through a light LLM bridge is just a headache. It drops files, throws random errors, and honestly, it just wastes your time. So today, we're doing it the smart way. Welcome back to Everyday AI School, where we cut the fluff and pack every second with real value. I'm going to show you a much cleaner alternative using the OpenClaude wrapper. It connects directly to your local models right out of the box. No Python middlemen, no weird crashes, just a fast, totally private coding agent running on your own hardware for exactly $0. Let's get into it. Open up your browser and search for Ollama. This is the core engine we are going to use to run our open source models completely offline. Click on the official link. Right here on the home page, you'll see the install command. Go ahead and click to copy that exact line of code. We are bypassing all the complicated Python setups today. Next, open up a fresh terminal window on your Mac. Just paste that command we copied and hit enter. In just a few seconds, it's going to securely download and install the Ollama engine directly to your system. Once it says install complete, we need to give our agent a brain. Type in Ollama run quen 2.5 coder 7b. This is arguably the most powerful open-weight 7 billion parameter coding model available right now for local machines. Hit enter and it will immediately start pulling the model to your hard drive. It's about a 4.7 gigabyte download. Remember, you only have to do this once. After this, it runs 100% locally with absolutely zero API costs and zero privacy risks. Once you see the word success and that little send a message prompt, you are golden. Leave this terminal window running right here in the background because our local AI engine is now live and ready to be wired in. Now that our local engine is running in the background, let's open up Visual Studio Code. Create a fresh, empty folder, I'm calling mine Claude Code Local, and open it up in your workspace. Next, pop open your integrated terminal at the bottom. We need to grab the OpenClaude wrapper directly from GitHub. Just paste in the git clone command for the OpenClaude repository and hit enter. It pulls down the source code almost instantly. Once that's done, just type cd OpenClaude to step inside that new directory. Finally, we need to set up its dependencies. Type npm install and hit enter. You'll see the node modules folder pop up on the left sidebar as it downloads everything it needs. In just a few seconds, our environment will be completely locked and loaded. First, we need to build the project from source. OpenClaude uses bun, a lightning-fast JavaScript runtime. We'll run the curl command to install bun, and this is crucial. After it installs, you must run source/.zshrc to refresh your terminal so your Mac actually recognizes the new bun command. Then just run npm run build, and it perfectly compiles our application into the dist folder. Next, let's configure the brain. Go into your VS Code sidebar and rename .env.example to just .env. If you scroll through it, you'll see a dedicated section for Ollama. But to make this setup completely bulletproof, we're going to inject our variables directly into the terminal line by line. First, export Claude OpenAI equals 1 tells the app to use standard API formatting. Second, export OpenAI _base URL points straight to our local port 11434. Third, we set OpenAI model to our quen7b model. Finally, we pass a dummy API key called Ollama just to satisfy the system requirements. Now for the magic. Type node dist/cli.mjs and hit enter. Boom. The OpenClaude interface boots up and the header confirms our provider is Ollama. The data is 100% local. Let's test it with a quick hi. Perfect, it's responding instantly. But here is the massive catch with running smaller 7b local models. Watch what happens when I tell it to write an HTML file. Instead of actually executing the file creation, the model gets lazy and just prints the raw JSON tool call right into the chat. It doesn't trigger the system. To fix this, I am going to exit out and instantly swap our brain to a free, more capable model using OpenRouter. We need to wipe our terminal's memory so it stops looking at your local machine. Type unset openai.bash URL and hit enter. Let's swap out that small local brain for a massive, high-performance model using OpenRouter's free tier. Paste in these new export commands. This points our agent directly to OpenRouter, selects their auto-routing free model, and injects our API key. And yes, this still costs $0. Run node dist/cli.mjs one more time. Look at the header box. We are officially connected to the OpenRouter cloud. Let's give it a real test. I'm going to ask it to write the code for a fully playable snake game in a single HTML file. Look at that generation speed. Because we are using a much smarter cloud scale model, it perfectly understands the request and streams out the HTML, CSS, and game logic flawlessly. Now, let's force it to actually build the project. Go with it and write. The agent will ask for security permission to save the file to your hard drive. Hit yes, and boom, look at the sidebar. Snake.html is instantly generated, fully coded, and ready to play.